Welcome to the Dynasty Chat, the ultimate podcast for NFL Dynasty football, covering the latest news, player analysis, and trade strategies to help dominate Dynasty leagues. League mates, fellow Dynasty managers, and members of the fantasy football community will join in to debate, break down moves, and share their expertise. And let's be real, there's nothing better than staying one step ahead of the competition. This show is here to help you do exactly that. Follow us, and let's get to it. First of all, let's talk about what we're doing here today. I got Smithy and I got Tim in our league, from our league, and what we're gonna do here is we're gonna rank the divisions in our Super Dynasty League from the best division, in our opinion, all the way down to the shittiest one. So, in the spirit of that, let's start with you said North, right?
You look on the app.
All right, so the North Division is going to be you, Smithy, Duca, and Statistical Fantasy. That's JR. I mean, you want to start with your team? I guess you're the first person in the league. You got Bo Nix, Saquon Barkley. You're coming into the league with J-Mo, CeeDee Lamb, Nico Collins. You got a great team. The only reason I didn't rank you higher yesterday was purely off of hate. The strength of the whole division.
And what's Junior got? JR.
Let's go to JR. JR's got Dak Prescott, Kenneth Walker, Bijan Robinson, Chris Olave, Tucker Kraft. And then you got Duca Nation 2796. He's coming in the league this year with his 5 keepers: Jordan Love, Tyrone Tracy, Bucky Irvin, Devonta Smith, and Mark Andrews. I think this is a solid. I think this is a really strong division, even if you don't include Duca, whose team I think is garbage. But you two guys have 2 really strong teams. 2 of the strongest teams in the league, in my opinion. What do you think, Tim?
Yeah, I agree. Your division is going to be competitive within itself.
Right.
Let alone taking on everybody else.
So for me, I gotta put you up there. Yeah, like one of the toughest divisions. I mean, if you consider those 2 teams. So right now, I gotta put you A for one of the toughest ones.
I would say, I would think probably, if not number 1, put at number 2 as the toughest division right now until we get to the rest. The only thing with Duca, I mean, he got handed that team,
Yeah.
It ain't nothing of his doing. I made the championship last year.
Mm-hmm.
JR made the playoffs, I'm pretty sure, last year. I think he was leading the division.
I think he might have missed it by like 1 game last year. Like he was close.
Okay.
Because I remember me and him were going back and forth, and he missed the playoffs by like I think he might have had a winning record, but like just because of the way things shook out, his team just didn't make the cut, even though he won to like 10 games or some crazy shit like that.
Right, okay.
I guess that's mine. Shottas East. Okay, let's start with my team. My team is gonna be Jaden Daniels, Chase Brown, AJ Brown, Justin Jefferson, Brock Bowers. Okay, let's go to Mo Money. I'm just gonna read off the teams and then we can go at that, right? So then you got Mo Money. He's coming in with Justin Herbert. Is that DeAndre Swift, Cooper Kupp, Garrett Wilson, Zach Charbonnet, and Matty Ice. Josh Allen, Devin Achane, T. Higgins, Jackson Smith and Jigba, and Ladd McConkey. I think this is a mid-division all around, but I'll let you guys get the first word since it's my division. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think honestly, the division as a whole, I think it's mid to low. I think, honestly, your team's going to win the division hands down just based off of what the other team kept.
Right.
Providing your second-year players can stay healthy. That's a huge factor because JD was unwilling ability to go down in a preseason game.
Right. Not only that, like Spicky said yesterday, the guy weighs what? $140? How much does this fucking kid weigh? How much he weigh?
Yeah, not a lot. Maybe 150, 160.
Yeah, that makes me nervous. That definitely makes me nervous for sure. He's a baller, we know that. But like I said yesterday in the chat, he already had his ribs cracked. Yeah, he doesn't want to go down. So hopefully he can fix some of those things in his second year, seeing as he's that important. He should realize how important he is and not take that many risks. But yeah, and Chase Brown as well. I believe Chase Brown got hurt last year. He missed some games. Justin Jefferson's coming into the season hurt, even though I think that's like they're making more of that than it actually is. I think they're just protecting him. I don't think he's actually hurt.
Yeah. I don't think anybody else in the league is really a threat. The challenge is the division. It's going to be challenged for a playoff spot, not for the division.
Okay, so that means I think I agree with you. With Matt, I mean, we got to see what Moses is going to do, because here's my thing with Moses, and I'm going to kick his back in real quick. He didn't make any off-season moves last year. Like, I think a lot of guys came into Dynasty and they're just playing this shit like it's redraft, and they're closing off the app and like not making any off-season moves. Like, I think that's, if you're going to throw in how people trade and how active they are in the off-season in order to determine the strength of a division, then that takes even more points away. And I'm actually pretty disappointed in Moses. So, and then Matty Ice, he's new. So I don't want to be too harsh on him because he is taking over a team. But overall, I does think that puts my division like at least at C. And I'm doing a lot of the carrying for that. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, so the tiers are S rank, A, B, C, and D. So I'm going to put me at C. And really, I don't know, we could bump that down. Yeah, let's see how the draft goes. I'm not really trusting Justin Herbert that much. I mean, we've seen him throw for 5,000 yards, and I think he can do it again, but I don't know if his coach is going to let him. It seems like they brought in a lot of weapons to, like, help him out, and, like, but I don't know. I don't know what Harbaugh's going to do over there, so I don't know. Cooper Kupp, no trust for him at all. You know how I feel about Cooper Kupp, you know, so.
You got a lot of injury-prone players in that division.
And
I feel like if A-Chain's hurt, who knows where he's going to play. Cooper Kupp's injury-prone.
T. Higgins is a number 2. He needs Chase to get hurt to really return some really great value. In Jigba, I haven't seen him really break out, and I don't know if he can with Cooper Kupp. Maybe he can across from Cooper Kupp. I don't know. Who's the quarterback? Sam Darnold? I don't know. Not buying it. Not buying it.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
Like last year, he's going to revert back to
Listen, you saw him in the playoffs. I don't know. I was heavy on the Sam Darnold train because I had Justin Jefferson last year, so I was really trying to hype him up. And he did actually pretty well. He didn't have the the MVP season that I was calling for, but he did pretty well, and he fell apart in the playoffs. So I don't know. So yeah, I think we can go safely and put our division in the C, the bottom tier. All right. Let's move on to Shottas South. Okay, we got Bernard. This is a new guy. He is one of Matt's friends, and coming in with Derrick Henry, Chuba Hubbard, James Cook, Roma Dunze, Xavier Worthy. Off top, I love that team. Murray of Hope, that's Dave. He's got Kyron Williams, Jahmyr Gibbs, Marvin Harrison, A.J. Brown, and Jalen Waddle. And then last but not least, we have our league champion, Josh, in this division. Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, Brian Thomas Jr., Jonathan Taylor, and Christian McCaffrey. There's a lot of shit to talk about this whole division, actually. So let's start with Bernard. I love his team. He picked the best running backs that were available I think Chuba Hubbard's going to get like 12 touchdowns this year. I'm not crazy about Derrick Henry in a dynasty format, but as long as he stays healthy, he's the fucking man. So, what can you say? He's healthy and he's balling. James Cook, you saw him last year. He had 18 touchdowns and he just got paid. So, I mean, as far as a core stable of running backs, I don't really see how you could do really much better than that. What do you think?
No, because that's pretty strong. And who cares really if it's Derrick Henry? Who cares if it's Dynasty or redraft or anything? It's Derrick Henry. Even if something were to happen to him, he's got. But Derrick Henry don't get hurt a lot.
Yeah, he doesn't. Extraordinarily healthy for how much punishment he gives out, how much punishment he takes, how much usage he gets. The fact that he's healthy is actually pretty incredible.
Yeah.
Pretty incredible, actually. Chuba Hubbard, I think he's going to finally really, really take over this back room in supporting Bryce Young. He looks great in a preseason. I mean, I think this is a solid team, man. I don't know what his pick is. Let me see what his pick is. Hold on. Let me check to see what his pick is real quick. Bernard, he's got the fucking third pick. Listen. This guy walked into a great situation. He picked up some great players, and I feel like that's a really strong team. So just off that alone, I got them at a B, in the B area so far. What do you think?
No, I mean, honestly, the South Division, given the fact that you got the two-time.
Yeah, we didn't even get to Josh.
I think I know that. I just think that division is stacked top to bottom, and I'm curious to see what the new guy does with his team. I mean, he kept some solid people, and he has a decent pick in the draft himself.
Yes, he does. Speaking of decent picks, I spoke to Dave earlier. I was just checking in with everybody from the league and just catching up with some people that I don't speak to often. And I spoke to Dave, and I was like, hey, man, I'm looking forward to your draft the most because you got the number one, and you might screw around and end up with GNT, Kyron Williams, and Jahmyr Gibbs. Talk about a great stable of running backs. That's disgusting.
Yeah.
Who wants to play against that every week?
The problem that you're going to run into Gentry or whatever, however you say his name, they don't have the best offensive line.
Individually, you're right. I think you're right. If we're just talking about the player alone, I agree. I don't trust the Raiders at all, right? They're a joke organization, right? But I only need Gentry to give me 15 points every week, okay? 12 points, 15, while he figures it out. Meanwhile, Jahmyr Gibbs is going to drop off a 20-piece probably every other week. Kyron Williams, same thing. Damn. And, he doesn't have to go. I'm actually praying he doesn't do that because I don't want to see him with 3 possible top 5 running backs on this team. I'm hoping that he goes and tries to address his quarterback problem or his wide receiver issue with this team. I don't want to give him any advice, so I'm not in the business of giving him advice, but I'm just saying, I hope he doesn't do that. So, yeah, really, really strong team here for Dave, and he can go either way. So let's take a look at Josh real quick. We already know what time it is. Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, free money. They refuse to play any defense over there. So, like I said yesterday, just 50-yard lobs to Jamar Chase when you're down by 15 every week. Bombs to Jamar Chase. Great job. 45 points for Jamar Chase on a fucking Thursday night. Great. Your week's over. Sorry.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, just the Bengals as a whole. If you have a skill player in the Bengals on your team, I mean, given what they did last year, I think they scored the most points of any team in the league. The only reason they weren't successful is because they gave up more points than any team.
Right. I don't want to pray for anybody to get hurt, but I got to be honest. I feel like that's the only way we kind of have a chance to stop Josh from winning 3 times in a row, to be honest. Is that
I mean, you don't want anybody to get hurt, but if somebody stubs their toe and out for 3 weeks,
yeah, that's the only chance. I don't. And then and then we didn't even address the fact he's got Christian McCaffrey. And again, I don't trust Christian McCaffrey at all. I don't think that fantasy people should be advising people to draft him. But the fact of the matter is, he doesn't have to make that decision because C-Mac's already on his team, and he has a top 5 pick. I think he's number 5. So, and then Brian Thomas, really, really strong team. I think this is the best division in our league for sure, hands down. What do you do, by the way, Smith?
What's up?
What do you do, by the way, for work?
I'm a project manager for Cube Smart Storage.
Oh, cool.
I basically handle all their capital improvement projects for 144 stores across 7 states.
Holy shit! How do you have time?
Yeah.
How do you have time to argue with me every fucking week?
Well, jump salary. I don't really care.
I'm gonna move on that division all the way up to S tier because all those teams are fire, and the draft is only gonna make them worse. And I think we got our work cut out for us with that division in particular. Our champion is most likely more than 65% gonna come out of that division. I'm not happy about it at all.
I mean, there's a real chance of all 3 teams making the playoffs out of there.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Well, I'm listen. Don't forget, we are win your division. So, yes and no. I'm winning my fucking division. I'm gonna handle my business down here in the East. I promise you, I'm handling business. So I'm in there. Let's see.
So what is it? How many is it against 6?
It's 6. The 4 division winners are going to the playoffs automatically, no matter what. And then you got the next 2 highest scorers based on whatever the record and whatever that is.
Yeah, so 2 could come out of there, just depending on how the schedule is.
Well, they get to beat up on each other, so that's great. I don't know. Let's rank this last one, and then I'll let you guys. I'll stop holding you guys hostage. The last division is going to be Shottas West. It's going to be Big Mac Shaq. He is another fill-in guy who came in to take over a team, and he kept Lamar Jackson, Josh Jacobs, Malik Neighbors, DK Metcalf, George Kittle. Solid team off the first read. You got J.P. Terry, who has Jalen Hurts, Drake London, Scary Terry, Rashee Rice, Trey McBride. Another actually pretty solid team. And then you got Big Tim over here. You love Patrick Mahomes. I remember Tim picked Patrick Mahomes in the first round one year, and everybody was shocked. Like, yo, what the fuck? Patrick Mahomes, David Montgomery, Mike Evans, Puka Nacua, Jordan Addison. Boy, you got your work cut out for you, sir. What do you have to say for yourself, actually?
I've won the division for the last 2 years.
Okay.
That's all I have to say.
Enough said.
Okay, so
everybody in my division last year made the playoffs.
Damn, did they? Wow. Okay, that is true. So question: How you don't have to give away strategy, but how are we gonna address the Jordan Addison situation? Buddy's gone for like the first 4 or 5 games. What the hell? So I think that means you're going wide receiver first round, right?
So he has he's suspended for 3 games. I'm okay with that. I'll pick some others up in the draft, and go from there.
Tim, I got a lot of bones to pick with this team. Patrick Mahomes has not been returning his value or perceived value at all. Right?
It's one of those things where, like the first 3 games of the last season, Derek Carr outperformed him.
Yeah. Derek Carr, who's out of the league right now, by the way.
Correct, he retired. And then I benched Mahomes for Derek Carr because Derek Carr's playing a long team, he should win, and he lays an egg. And Patrick Mahomes goes off. For like,
of course.
I think it's like 70 points.
Okay, so you need a solid number 2 for when Patrick starts to do his slide. You can plug somebody else in. What do you have to say?
Correct.
What do you have to say about Mike Evans, again, we love Mike Evans. You know how much I love Mike Evans. I traded him to you a couple years ago to acquire some other pieces, but I've just been praying that he falls off. But he hasn't, and he doesn't look like he is. But his age, and then if you compare that, if you combine that with the issues of Matthew Stafford's back, Puka worries me this year, and then you give me the Jordan Addison situation. To me, this looks like a clusterfuck. Okay, that's what I'm trying to tell you.
Yes, but as long as Baker Mayfield's Evans quarterback, I'm not worried. He's still going to produce, touchdowns, yards. I mean, he's had 13,000 yards now.
Yeah, sure, and he's probably going to have another one. What about the other 4 guys on your team, sir?
Montgomery, I'm not worried about. I mean, that's the Sonic and Knuckles combination in Detroit. Which is great for me because Montgomery's the Knuckles portion, so he's the 10 yards, 10 yards to goal. They use him for that. So
didn't he get hurt?
Didn't
he get hurt last year? I feel like he got hurt last year.
He hurt his shoulder, middle of the season.
Okay.
He got banged up in the middle of the season. Hurt his shoulder. He was out for I think 2 games. And I still had Bucky Irving at the time.
I love Bucky this year.
I just gotta get a.
Hey, don't give away the sauce. Don't tell us what you're gonna do. We just want to know where you think this should be ranked. Because if the guys watch this, we don't want to give away any sauce.
Oh, as far as the division goes, I'm okay. It's missing a few pieces.
For sure.
To me, it's one of the more competitive divisions because all 3 was in the playoffs last year.
Yeah.
And it was competitive throughout. So it came down to the last regular season game to decide the division between me and I think it was JP.
Smith, do you share any of my concerns about Tim's team? Because I feel like he's smelling the roses in this motherfucker. He ain't keeping it real with me right now.
I have the number 4 pick. I'm not concerned.
Okay. Yeah, Matthew Stafford scared the fuck. He's scaring the shit out of me. He is. That shit's scaring me. So, yeah.
Get him healthy.
Listen, I think I'm going to make a bold call right here. Matthew Stafford is not going to finish the season, and he is going to miss at least 6 games this year. You heard it here first. That's what I think.
I think if he misses 5 or more, he retires.
I could see that too. But
I agree with all that.
Yeah.
But I think as a whole, the division's missing a few pieces. My team alone, my team is global. It's ranked where it should be at the bottom of the division. Just because I had the suspension and the age of the people.
You got some work to do. Let's take a look at JP Terry real quick so we can wrap this. Jalen Hurts, Drake London, Scary Terry, Rashee Rice, Trey McBride. I like these pieces, but obviously he has no running back at all, not even one. But he's solid at wide receiver, and I think Trey McBride is going to be a top 5 tight end. Drake London. Hey, these Falcons have like 9 freaking primetime games this year. Bijan is going to be awesome this year. Drake London is going to pick up where he left off last year. I think he's going to be great. I'm very nervous about the Scary Terry situation. I don't know what to even say. I feel like they should pay him because they have to, not because, they have to. You got to keep this team together while your guy's on the rookie contract. So, sorry, pay him, even though he's 29 years old. Oh, well, what are you going to do? Trade Scary Terry? You're right. Pay him. And then, Jalen Hurts, solid guy, top 10. What do you think about this team overall, Smith?
Yeah, I would definitely take it. I'm not a big fan of Drake London. Never have been. He doesn't do anything for me.
Well, he's had bad quarterback play. Kirk Cousins was horrible last year. And Drake London flashed. What I'm saying is I'm predicting a true breakout for Drake London this year, right? Not that he's been so great that we need to worry about him. I'm just thinking that he's going to take that next step and become the true number one of this team is what I think. I'll predict that.
Yeah, there's so much talk about the Falcons. I mean, every position on that team has the easiest fantasy schedule.
Yeah.
And that's, to me, that's kind of a recipe for disaster. I am worried about Terry McLaurin. I'm a Commanders fan.
Oh boy! Wow.
I think they need to pay him. If they don't, what's going to happen?
Terry a contract here?
Yeah. Debo, you saw last night on the first play of the game what they're going to do. I think with Debo is Kingsbury. He's going to do what he did when he had him in San Fran. With these in the rounds and using them as a running back or rushing a lot. Like he has.
Yeah, I think Scary Terry is screwed. They're not going to give him the long-term money, even though they should. They're letting the running backs walk because they got a young guy, and they believe that JD Daniels can probably make any wide receiver relevant, and they're going to put that theory to the test this year. So I think they're just going to say, all right, we got a young guy, and you old guys, you guys can walk, and we're just going to go with our, who cares? We're the Commanders. Like, we don't have anything to prove to anybody. He's Buddy's box office anyway, so we'll see. That sucks for him, though.
Yeah.
But damn.
I'm kind of getting off subject.
Yeah, I'm sorry, dude. Okay. we went on a way tangent. Okay, so let me see. Let me rank this team real quick. And I'm going to put these guys, I'm going to put this division in, as far as tough, I don't know. What do you guys say? S, A, B, C, or D?
I think it's missing a few pieces.
I'll put it at a B.
Yeah,
I think it can go either way. I mean, it can be a real crappy division, or it can be like last year. All three teams made it.
Well, these guys, all of you, have a lot of work to do in the draft. Tim, I'll be very much looking forward to what you do. And like I said, Murray of Hope, Dave as well. I'm very excited to see what he does with those picks. So we got toughest division. We got the South. Second toughest is going to be the North. The third toughest, according to us, is going to be the West. And the easiest, most softest division, according to our experts today, is the East. I think I'm happy with that. All right, boys. Be safe out there. Later.